Hey, what's up guys? I'm Shun, FREERIDER. Online map, it's interesting integration between reality and virtuality. You can add the information and value into reality as it is. Virtual map is one of the most challenges this field. Let's enjoy this video. I'm Shun. Thank you for your time today, and Steve and
this is the Fox.
Fox.
Say hello, Fox.
Very cool. I like it so much. So, first, please tell me the Badger. Badger is a name is my Badger, okay?
Badger, yeah.
Badger, yeah. First, please tell me about Badger.
So the name. I went to the University of Wisconsin, and in the U.S., most colleges have a mascot. So, and the mascot, a mascot means an animal or a thing that represents the school. And so my college's mascot is the badger. And a badger is an animal. It's kind of related to like a skunk or a wolverine. It's a vicious animal. And so it makes sense because what Badger does is we help field salespeople, so people that go out into the world and want to sell things. They need the people to sell their products, and that's an aggressive group of people. That's a strong group of people, and so the animal fits that person.
Oh, really? What's a major problem does your startup solve?
So what we do, field salespeople have there's a bunch of hard things that go along with their job that historically they've had to do by hand. So imagine if your job was to sell beer to bars, or tooth drills and dentistry equipment to dentists, or fake shoulders to shoulder surgeons. These people are everywhere. They buy things from you, and the things are important to them that they're buying. You often would sell that with a field salesperson, and that field salesperson kind of they have decisions to make. Who should we focus on talking to in the next week, in the next month? So if you were a tooth drill salesman that sold to dentists, and there are maybe 800 dentists in the Bay Area. Who should you focus on next week? Which ones are already using your product? Which ones are maybe considering using the product? Which ones have your competitor's product but it's getting old? So you wanna take all these things into account, decide who you're going to be focused on, and then actually build out a schedule for yourself. And if you're going to see 6 of them in a day, that's pretty hard, because you have to say, oh well, I'm going to drive over to this town. Who's on the way that I could stop and see? Who's in that town that I could also see? Who's on the way home? Things like that. You have to get places on time, and you have to really plan it all out. And that's actually harder than it sounds. It's almost like, for a person who's not a salesperson, it's like if you had to pick up the kids at school, then get the groceries, then go to the dry cleaners, then do 6 other things. What's the right order to do them in, and how are you going to make sure you get to the kids on time, and that sort of thing. So it's hard to schedule.
Yeah.
So that's the major problem we solve is we have a bunch of things that outside salespeople need, field salespeople need, and we do them for them automatically on their iPhone or on their computer. And so it's something they were already doing, but it was very hard and it took a long time to do it like that. And so it just takes this hard part of their job and makes it easy.
Who is the actual user?
The actual user is a field salesperson. So anyone that has this type of job. So a lot of companies hire a sales force to go out and meet with their customers, and that sales force is our customer. And a lot of times businesses will buy this for their sales force.
When did you decide to start a startup this?
So my last job, I was at Google working on the Google Maps products, and I was on that team. And when I was there, I had had this idea to help people with the Google Maps API. We use the Google Maps API because we think it's the best mapping software, and so Google provides the maps with their API, and Badger creates a layer of software on top to do things with those maps. And so that's kind of what we do. We make the Google Maps API really useful for this particular type of person, the field salesperson. Yeah. Well, I knew a lot about the mapping ecosystem, and I felt that Google made the best maps.
What do you hope to achieve with your foundation in the future?
So I mean, we'd like to be the platform that helps field salespeople do lots of things and manage their day and manage their territory and really helps them do lots of parts of their job. We now do about 5 things for field salespeople. The most obvious is their routing and their scheduling and their optimization, but we also help them with lead generation. We help them with business intelligence. We help them manage the time that they spend with their customers and track who they spend with and take notes and that sort of thing about their customers. So we want to be the place that field salespeople get things done.
Finally, please tell me about your dream.
My dream?
Yeah.
Like my ultimate goal with the company?
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to build a lasting organization that really helps this person. My whole career was in field sales, and so I've lived a lot of the pain points that people have, and so my goal is to make their job easier. And when you make their job easier and more effective, it really helps a lot of businesses. A lot of small businesses get started with field salespeople, because how do you get the word out? You kind of do it by knocking on doors and pushing things out there. So we actually have a lot of companies that are very small and just getting started, and we've kind of been with them for several years now. We've watched them grow from very tiny ideas to nice-sized companies, and we've been a big part of helping them do that. And so that's really my dream, is to create a piece of software and use technology and use mobile technology to help people do this part of their lives more efficiently and really create a lot of economic value for them.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.